Welcome to NFL Picks Week 10 with the Goon Squad. It's I and Ice Water breaking it down this week. So let's go through what happened last week and the results from week 9. Ice Water and Black had a 10-3 record, and currently Black is 5 games in the league with an 88-47 record. Ice Water has an 83-52 record. Pop and I went 9-4. And Pop has a 81-54 record, and I have a 77-58 record. What were some of the games that stood out for you, Ice Water, that kind of either made you happy or made you sad?
Well, even though I didn't pick them, it made me happy. Since we become New York Central, Football Central in Ohio now.
They showed another game this week.
Oh my God, we saw the Jets in Buffalo. Like, whoa, okay. So Jets in Buffalo, I was like, okay. But the Jets' victory over Buffalo, and I know that the Buffalo quarterback ended up getting hurt later on, but the Jets are so young and they're so energetic, and their coach is like a rah-rah guy as well. It was good to see those draft picks coming off on defense. Garrett Wilson had a decent game as well, former Ohio State Buckeye. But collectively, they were just tough, man. And they celebrate each other. They actually believed they could win that game. You could just tell. They were coming off, Josh Allen dropping back the pass, and they were going after him, sacking him on defense. And they believed, man, we can win this game. And the fans were hyped up. I was like, look at the Jets fans getting fired up. So it's good to see. We don't know how long it's going to take them or how long it's going to take them to be truly relevant, but it was good to see that they finally made some decent draft picks and collectively brought a team to get better. And it showed off against perhaps the best team, or was considered the best team in the NFL right now. That was major for me. I don't know. I'm going to just say this. I don't know about the results, but the Dolphins versus Miami, Dolphins versus Chicago, let me tell y'all something. I've told y'all before, you got a gift in Justin Fields. A gift. Tried to tell you that before. If you literally give him somebody to play with, hopefully Claypool can get it together and be a force for him, or some other guys too. If you put the right people around this guy, you might have something. He's dealt with all kinds of issues before in his life, and he's running for his life now. He ran so far, it was 178 yards rushing.
Yeah.
Amazing. What was a 60-yard touchdown run? Amazing. Justin Fields is the real deal. I suggest you put some real ballers around him. Quit giving everybody away. General manager, I know you brand new. Please give that man somebody to work with. This can be great. Could be great for years to come. You made a smart choice in picking him. Let's make a better choice and a smarter choice in getting better personnel. And my last shout out, if you will, about this week is, I'm just going to say, call him Magic Mahomes, baby. What a hell of a game. Tennessee defense was coming after him. Derrick Henry was doing his thing for Tennessee. They were slowing the ball down, slowing the game down, keeping the game in low points like they like to have it. And just when you got comfortable and you thought that Mahomes was going to go down and lay down, they were going to put the gauntlet down on the Kansas City Chiefs, here he come. I was like, man, that dude is amazing to watch. 2017 in overtime. And he just gritty. He's a winner. He finds ways, and what can you say? And that's just how it comes down to it. So I saw that, saw it was too. And I'm gonna say one last thing. I might be past it, but I'm gonna give kudos to that old man. That old man, boy. God, dog. Yeah. Tom.
Yeah, the games I really love this week is I love the way the Jets manhandle Buffalo. I really do. I love the way, and I said it for the last couple of weeks, this team really believes they can win any game they're in, and so they play like it. I was speaking to Black about this Sunday, and I remember Aaron Rodgers was allegedly taking some hallucination drugs during the summer. I think he's still feeling the effects of that. Brother's on that shit. You throw 2 interceptions in the red zone, and now who do you blame? Who do you blame, man? Who do you blame? You lose against Detroit. You score 9 points. I remember how many points they scored in the playoffs when they lost? What was it, like 3 points or something like that? All right, who's to blame? And that was with Adams. Who's to blame now? So I don't want to hear you on your little podcast talking about the rest of the team and all that other stuff. Matter of fact, I don't even watch your podcast. You and them two knuckleheads are talking on there. You know, who are you blaming now? You need to look in the mirror. You need to get detox. Test him. Test him to see what kind of stuff he got in this system, because he's not playing the way he's supposed to play and making his team better. Great players make their team better. And I don't see Aaron Rodgers doing that. He is not bought into the concept. The Las Vegas Raiders, we talked about this in the regular show. I don't understand how you give up a lead like that and let Jacksonville beat you. And so there's something going on there. How Josh McDaniels still has a job at this particular point is beyond me. I was expecting him, not Wright, to be fired in Indianapolis. I was expecting Josh McDaniels to be fired on Monday morning. Maybe him and Davis have something going on where they have a plan that they're not letting the rest of the team on. But David Carr, to me, kind of spelled it out like, we ain't in the right mindset. Everybody's not in the right mindset, and that's coaching. That's coaching. Chicago, playing well, but you don't have a defense. You're not going to beat teams if you can't stop them. You gave away your defense. And you got, Fields out there doing his thing. And now you believe in him. Good. Put players around him. Also, I was surprised, even though I wasn't picking Arizona, but I was surprised watching, Seattle beat Arizona. I don't know what happened to Arizona at this particular point. But, Tommy went out there and got him. He went out there and got the Los Angeles Rams. And the Rams, they're missing a lot of things. And a lot of it is, do they really want to play? They look like a team that, they're still living off the honeymoon of the Super Bowl. And do you really want to play at this particular point? And of course, Mahomes. But I got to go, instead of Mahomes, I got to go with Marmar. Marmar showed out on Monday night. He showed out. He showed why he should be paid. And so Baltimore, you have a big decision to make, or you're going to lose this talent. And Dalton, oh my God. I thought they were going to just yank him out and put famous Jameis in. But to lose to Baltimore at home like that, you got to make some changes. So the pick order this week is Ice Water goes first, followed by me. Black and Pop have given their picks to me. So we will start with the first game. And that game is Atlanta at Carolina. Who you got, Ice?
Wow. Carolina is they've tried to do some things, but they struggled. I like Atlanta. I really do. I think Cordell Patterson's back now. It goes a long way. He scored 2 touchdowns, and they may not have the most conventional way to win football games, but they believe in themselves and they're playing with a lot of hype. So I'm going to select Atlanta.
Yeah, I got to go with Atlanta too. Pop goes with Atlanta, and Black also goes with Atlanta. It just seems like the Carolina Panthers are still in a transition after losing a wide receiver. They switch coaches. It's going to take a while for them to get it together. Next game on tap is Seattle at Tampa Bay. Ice, who you got?
Seattle's playing really good football right now too, though. But you just have to ask yourself what's going to happen. Are they going to be able to get at it like that too? Mm-hmm. Geno Smith beat a lot of good teams this year. So do they carry that over to Germany? That's a good question. Do they carry that to Germany? Or is Town back? You know what I'm saying?
Tommy!
Town.
From Hollywood Shuffle. Tommy!
Yeah. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. Tom.
All right. I'm going with Tommy also. And Papa's going with Seattle, as well as Black is going with Seattle.
Okay.
We're half and half on that.
You messing me? Did you just curse me, man? Because when you pick the same teams, usually.
I'm not even going to respond to that. I don't curse anybody.
You change your pick.
I thought we were supposed to be brothers.
You are love, brother. Look, I'm down 5, baby. Tell me why you made that choice. Why you chose Denver?
The reason why I made this choice is because the way Tom Brady it's almost like he's been struggling for the last 2 weeks, and they finally got over the hump. He's finally feeling himself again. He's finally believing in himself again because he hadn't been looking right. And I think that last second comeback probably is something that he really needed to give that team confidence that they're not out of it and they're still in the thick of it and they need to fight for it. So I expect them to come out firing. I think it's good for them to get out of the United States and Tom to get out of the United States as a free man at this particular time. And maybe they play like they have nothing to lose here. Seattle, I love how the quarterback is playing, but I saw some chinks that he can be got. So that's what flowed my decision over to Tampa Bay. With this is one of the best teams that they're going to play, even though their record doesn't show it. But I want to see them tested against this defense and Tom on offense and see what he can do against that Seattle defense.
Okay, that's solid. I appreciate it. I just had to see what you was coming with. So now I'm more comfortable.
Hey, folks, I got to explain. Every time I make a pick, I got to explain myself. Next game on tap is no respect. Next game on tap is Denver and Tennessee. Who you got?
Wow, Denver. If Russell's back or not, it's hard over there. I really look at that bizarre in regards to why they make moves about running back, and I look now at a guy like Philip Lindsay could have helped them right now at running back, but I think he's coming out to practice squad for Indianapolis. So who knows what the hell is going on? But Tennessee after they told themselves they should have beat Kansas City.
Yeah.
And they had everything rolling, but the defense kind of faltered at the end. But they're playing against Magical Mahomes, so that says a lot too. I think, they'll be back on track because they looked real good last week, and they will finish the job this weekend at home. So I'm choosing Tennessee.
All right. I'm going with Tennessee too because for a lot of stuff that you said. But what I love what they were doing is Henry. They were feeding Henry the ball. They were keeping that time possession in their favor, and it's just can the magic of Russell return? I don't know. Against this Tennessee defense, I'm not sure they can do that. So Pop is going with Tennessee also, and Black is going with Tennessee. Next game on tap is Cleveland at Miami. Who you got?
Yeah, this is not the week that it's not the week coming back. So for Watson. But Cleveland is so up and down. I know they got that victory a couple of weeks ago over Cincinnati. But the comeback now, Miami's playing really strong. Tua is doing his thing. If it was in Cleveland, I might really look at Cleveland. But the fact that it's Miami, they're going to be on all cylinders. And what can you say about Mr. Hill? Wow. He's going down to Miami. He's feeling real good and has his money and making things happen. So I think that's going to be enough. I think it would take a special effort from the quarterback to Cleveland quarterback to step up and make it happen. And I don't see that happening. I don't think Brissett is going to have that magical of a day to make that happen. So I'm going to choose Miami.
All right. Going with Miami too, because if you're asking Brissett to do above and beyond what he's doing, you're asking too much. He's a guy who can manage a game, but if you're asking him to kind of score a bunch of touchdowns or score more than 24 points, then you're going to be out of luck. But I don't see that Cleveland will control the running game or time of possession. I'm just going to give it to Miami with that. They're clicking on all cylinders, especially at home. Pop is going with Miami as well as Black. He's going with Miami. The next game on tap is Detroit at Chicago. Now, this game scares me because sometimes in the past, I'm not going to put this on fields, but sometimes in the past, Chicago will play to their competition. So they'll play real well against real good teams, but they'll play real bad against real bad teams, and then they're likely to lose. Who you got in this one?
Wow, this is probably one of the toughest games of the season. It just bothers the hell out of me that Detroit got rid of Hawkinson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, the tight end. He went over to Minnesota, caught 9 passes? He had more passes than Thielen. I'm like, wow, 9 catches already. I mean, anyway, but Chicago's coming off of a big time situation. They feel real good. Is Clay, they said when Claypool's going to be available.
He played last week, so he
Did
should be playing. Yeah, I think he got about 3 targets, two touches, I believe.
Okay, so Justin's been looking real good. Everybody's feeling good in Chicago, and they're ready to move forward. Not so fast, my friend. But anyway, I'm not going to miss that. But they look really good, and they were this close with Justin doing great things. I'm going to choose Detroit.
You're going to choose Detroit? Okay.
Yeah, just because of the fact that Fields is doing well. The Detroit defense gets after you. My question is, can the Chicago defense stop the two-headed monster that Detroit has at running back? That's Swift and Williams. They may not throw the ball, and Detroit has been known for their defense to get a little fired up. And what better way for them to beat Chicago, because nobody expects Detroit to win this game. And they're not, if they were at home, it'd be different because they'd be a little nervous. They found ways to come up, and then they lose. But on the road against Chicago, I think it's like all hands on deck. No one, nothing to lose. So yeah. I'm going to choose Detroit.
Well, to me, Chicago, looking at the stats, Chicago is in the top 3 in rushing. And for me, watching Detroit and watching them let me down week after week after week is that they can't get out of their way. They will make mistakes. They will do something to turn the momentum over to Chicago. And being here in Chicago, and this game in Chicago, I think that Chicago will take the edge in this. So I'm going with Chicago with this one. This is the game they should win. Not that they could win, they should win. Pop is going with Chicago, and Black is going with Chicago too. So you're out there by yourself, buddy.
It's time begins. It's time begins.
I'll be looking forward to the text message from you, and because I learned from Eddie, my boy Eddie. Don't pick Detroit. Don't do it.
I mean, Ed, that's cool, but we not talking about it. Chicago's beatable. They had a hell of a game last week, and Detroit they're not the greatest team, but they have moments. Yeah. And they can win games like this. I know everybody getting excited in Chicago. They want to see what's next. They getting Super Bowl tickets printed, playoff tickets printed for next year.
Yeah.
But
so one of the things I looked at very closely is, would I choose Chicago's quarterback or Detroit's quarterback to make the most mistakes? And that's why I went with Chicago, because I could see Detroit's quarterback, the supposedly elite quarterback back in the day who made it to the Super Bowl, I could see him making mistakes in this game, and it will cost him.
I agree with that. I'll just say this. I agree with that, but the reason for my pick, truthfully, is I watched the Detroit Lions running game. Mm-hmm. And I don't think Chicago can stop them. And I think that will allow them to have more control of the football game when they control the tempo, mm-hmm. which means you keep Fields off the field more. And then that allows the defense to be more rested. And they're coming for Fields. Believe you me, he wouldn't. I don't see him getting 178 yards rushing.
No, I don't think that. Not this
Detroit. So I think they got film on him. And I don't know. Detroit is like, we ain't got nothing to lose. So I'm by myself. That's cool. I like it like that.
Yeah, let Fields throw the ball downfield. If you do that, they already know that you can run. They'll be looking for that. Just throw right over. Next game on tap, Houston at the New York Giants. What you got?
Wow. We haven't heard a lot from Houston. They're very scrappy. Yeah, but the week before they lost.
Yeah, they lost against Seattle.
Yeah. So with that being said, I think they're gonna come out strong. And they'll win that game just because of the fact that bad taste is in their mouth. A game they thought they should have won.
Yeah.
So therefore, I think they come off the bye week very strong. So I'm gonna choose the Giants.
Okay, going with the Giants too. You got to eliminate the turnovers, Giants. That's what beat you last time against Seattle. So eliminate the mistakes, pound the ball, use your weapons. You should be good. Pop is going with the Giants as well as Black is going with the Giants. Next game on tap is Jacksonville at Kansas City. Should I even ask? But this is one of them trap games too.
It just ain't nothing trap.
Okay. Didn't they beat somebody late in the season last year they weren't supposed to beat?
Not Magic, baby.
Okay.
Not Magic Mahomes. Look, nah. Magic Mahomes, he lost one and lost to Buffalo on a hell of a game. And they came back last week against a very good Tennessee team. I just don't know. And I understand you saying about the trap game, but the biggest problem is how in the heck is the Jacksonville defense gonna stop Magic Mahomes in the court?
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't, unfortunately, if it was a shootout, the quarterback has not shown me enough. He struggled, has not shown me enough where he has enough firepower to keep up with Magic Mahomes.
That's true.
And I think that's going to be the problem for them. Is it a trap game? Yeah, but if Mahomes can, like I said, do what he did against Tennessee, imagine what he's going to do to Jacksonville.
Yeah, they can't let up on this game. They got to put the pedal to the metal this game. It's Kansas City across the board. Everybody picked Kansas City. This is going to be an interesting game because I'm going on some news I heard late before I made my pick. Minnesota at Buffalo. Who you got?
So what's the news?
I ain't telling you until you make your pick.
So you basically telling me that oh boy not playing it.
I ain't saying nothing.
Oh,
I ain't say that.
That's wrong, bro. You ain't gonna. That's wrong, bro. You ain't gonna.
I ain't letting up till you make your pick.
Oh my God, you ain't gonna tell us?
No, I'll tell you after you make your pick.
Who's the backup quarterback for them?
If you don't know, then that should give you a clear indication. It was Trubisky.
Yeah, I'm going Vikings, bro. I'm going with my man.
All right. Heard the news that the quarterback Josh is day to day, so that doesn't sound good. That does not sound good for me. So and to me, and so Minnesota's hot. They've only lost one game this season, and I'm pretty sure they're watching the tape and how the New York Jets punked the Buffalo Bills. I will say that again. I think they punked the Buffalo Bills. They were really rugged and raw with them. And I'm gonna go with little Cousins. I'm not gonna call him, bad Kirk Cousins, good Kirk Cousins no more because he haven't had a bad game, to me this season. So Pop is going with Minnesota. Black is the only one going with Buffalo at this particular point.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that why you would go with Buffalo, but the one thing that, like I said, I think the injury to Allen is going to be major. I think from what you see, he was sore. I do think the only thing that scares me about this game is the Buffalo defense could come back on point and go after Cousins. But I'm telling you, the extra weapon of Hawkinson at tight end just opens the door for Kirk Cousins to do a lot of things. And yeah, I just see them getting fired up if they don't have somebody to move the ball around. So yeah, Hawkinson is really making a difference.
The tight end is always open.
Especially this tight end because he's damn good too.
Yeah. Next game on tap is New Orleans at Pittsburgh. What you got?
I'm going with Pittsburgh. Yeah, go with Pittsburgh just because of the fact that it's ugly, but they get fired up. It's at home. They already beat Tom Brady this year. They're going to go after Andy Dalton. And the Pittsburgh defense at times can really rise to the occasion, at least look halfway decent. So all you just need is the running back. The Pittsburgh defense probably scored 2 touchdowns by this home. You just need the Pittsburgh offense not to mess it up. So I'm going to choose Pittsburgh at home.
So going by my 2 things here. Pittsburgh's off a bye week. And also that New Orleans, the Monday night team that goes to travel next week, really don't do well. And so I'm going by those statistics. And I do see the same thing you see, that they will force Andy Dalton or Jameson, who's ever in there, into turnovers. And so that's what I saw Monday night. You see it throughout the season. That defense has learned to get after quarterbacks. They have to give that rookie quarterback some good field position so he can work and operate out of. And so I'm pretty sure they've been getting him ready for this particular game, getting his feet under him. So I'm going with Pittsburgh also, and then Pop and Black are going with New Orleans. So I already explained why I went with Pittsburgh. I always got to explain my picks on this show. No respect, no respect.
Wow. All I know is it looked like I told you that week was coming, didn't I? I told you.
Yeah, you said the 11th week you're going undefeated. So I'm waiting for the 11th week. That's next week. So
but we're gonna get it very interesting in week 10.
Yeah.
So when we blow it out on the 11th, you're gonna go, he set us up again. Love it, baby. Love it.
Next game on tap is Indianapolis versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Who you got?
Come on, man. I mean, Jeff Saturday. If they win this game, give Jeff Saturday a 4-year contract.
Yeah, I got to go with the Los, even though I don't want to. This is a game you got to win. This is the game you got to win. You got to win. So maybe Indianapolis pull some surprises that they didn't scout on tape. We'll see, but you got to win. Pop is going with Indianapolis. Black is going with Las Vegas. So this should be very interesting. So when he said it, I'm like, okay. So we'll see. Next game on tap is Arizona at the Los Angeles Rams. And who you got, man?
Oh my God, this is horrible because the Rams are bad.
They're really bad. Watching them play, it's like they're not there. They're not there. It's like a shell of themselves.
He ain't trying to help your brother out. As you say, I thought we was brothers.
I'm in last place.
I thought we was brothers. I thought we was brothers. So that right out the window. Anyway, go with the Rams.
All right.
Rams at home. I know little dude don't try to do his thing, but I don't know if at home they just gonna get down. The Rams get down that low again and just keep taking butt whoopings. I mean, I can see my man running crazy. Also, too, the Rams got that kicker. He kick about 9 field goals to win the game. So, Rams.
Me and Pop are going with Arizona, and you and Black are going with the Rams.
Okay, that's fair.
Right. So, next game on tap is Dallas at Green Bay. This was a tough game to pick because Green Bay's going in and 5 in a row, losing about 5 in a row. And Dallas, they're going to Lambeau. And so we'll see about this, but who you got?
Yeah, normally, I mean, you want to give Aaron Rodgers a lot of love because it's Aaron Rodgers, but man, they just keep showing you that offensively they stink. And Dallas just has to do enough. They don't have to do a lot. They're coming off the bye week too. So I think that's going to be a lot. Dak is to get a chance to. All Dak is got to do really is be a manager, not mess it up. I like the two-headed monster right now with Ezekiel Elliott, and Pollard. They're including a lot of people in the game. And the one thing coming out that bye, that defense is going to be well rested. Because I know that Parsons was a little banged up that last game. So his motor is going to be high coming after Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, so I think I'm going with Dallas.
Yep. All right. Everybody's going with Dallas, but here's the thing with this game. If Dak doesn't kind of get out of himself and throws a couple of interceptions, this game could go the other way because Green Bay is hungry for a win. They're tired of people talking. And so they want to get it together. And what better team to get it together with? Dallas is the type of team, too, that plays this competition sometimes.
Yeah.
So if they get to a kind of like a turnover kind of spell, then Green Bay can really take this game. But I got to go with the Dallas Cowboys at this particular time because of the Dallas defense.
Yeah.
And so they'll get after that weak offensive line and hopefully get to Rodgers. But if they don't remedy that, the Green Bay Packers, if they don't remedy that, it's going to be a blowout.
You scored 9 points against Detroit, though.
Yeah, that's uncalled.
And 9 points against Detroit, which means you don't have anybody you feel comfortable throwing the ball to.
Yeah, and you're not using your running game. You're not, and you're turning the ball. I think you turned the ball over. They turned the ball over 3 times. So so you can't win football games that way. Next game on tap is the Los Angeles Chargers at the San Francisco 49ers. Who you got?
Wow. You just every week you keep waiting on the Chargers quarterback to come around. Just keep waiting and waiting and waiting. But
well, he came around last week.
Who they play? Who they win? Who they beat?
They beat the Atlanta Falcons on a field goal.
Yeah, but
which cost me a loss.
Yeah, well, it's a new day in San Francisco. McCaffrey feeling good. They walk around with chips on their shoulder, bro. And if Boza was back, a lot of things were going on. I don't think the Chargers are the same team. So I'm gonna keep riding with Frisco. Jimmy G, all you gotta do is not blow it, baby. And that's what they telling me. We got enough weapons. If you can, they're saying, Jimmy Garoppolo, if you can't even throw the ball, let us know. We have McCaffrey throw that touchdown. I tell you what, that McCaffrey was a weapon that a lot of people say whatever. I think, I'm not saying he was playing hurt or whatever, but he's damn sure playing some inspired football with San Francisco. And he's back home, back around in that Bay Area, wherever he played from or where he came from.
Stanford. Yeah.
Stanford. He's playing lights out. So that's enough for me, San Francisco.
All right. It's San Francisco across the board. Everybody's picking San Francisco. So the next game on tap is Washington at Philadelphia. Who you got?
Poor Washington. They play hard, though. Robinson, the running back, the guy that got shot, that's his name. I think it is. You got it. That's a hell of an effort. I mean, you talking about somebody hungry. But, they just don't have enough, unfortunately. But that's what you wonder about Ron Rivera. It's like, okay, man, you got Curtis Samuel over there. You got McLaren. You got a lot of guys that are playing just lights out, trying to play hard. And then your young quarterback is trying to do something, but the defense is.
Yeah, and you're the defensive guy. So.
Yeah. That's my only problem with this. There's no doubt. Philadelphia's on a roll. I don't think this is a trap game. I think they keep moving along, and the Hurts have so many weapons. He don't know who the hell throw the ball to. So that's enough for me. Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia across the board. Everybody's picking Philadelphia. There is supposed to be, I guess they're making an announcement this week with the Washington Commanders. So it could be that they're selling the team. It could be some transition, but they announced that they're going to be making a special announcement this week. So it could be a change of the guards, and I can't see that not affecting the football team on who they bring in, whatever major announcement that they're going to make. It may be another allegedly sexual harassment suit against Snyder. So they may be ramping that up. So I'm not sure what the special announcement is going to be, but they're kind of alluding to a lot of different things. Purchase of the team by somebody else, and also some of the allegations that are coming back up, or maybe new allegations coming up. So he can't sell that team fast enough, if you ask me. But those are our picks. Catch us on the Goon Squad Sports Radio page on Facebook.